Goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the only player on the pitch who's allowed to use their hands, but only inside the penalty area. Their main job is simple: stop the ball from going in the net. They save shots, catch crosses, punch away danger, and organize the defense during corners or free kicks. But modern keepers do much more than just stop shots. There are a few different styles. Traditional goalkeepers stay near the goal and focus on reflex saves and positioning. Sweeper keepers come off their line quickly to clear through balls or act almost like an extra defender. Ball-playing goalkeepers are great with their feet and help build attacks from the back. Today's top keepers often combine all three. For example, Alisson Becker and Mike Maignan are brilliant shot stoppers who also play out from the back. In the past, legends like Gianluigi Buffon, Iker Casillas, and Lev Yashin defined the position. And of course, Manuel Neuer revolutionized the role in the 2000s and 10s with his sweeper style. He's considered one of the greatest ever. Centre back. Centre backs are the defensive backbone of any team. They play in the central part of the defense, right in front of the goalkeeper, and their main job is to stop the opposition from scoring. Most teams play with two centre backs, but in some systems, like a back three, there can be three. No matter the setup, centre backs are responsible for blocking shots, winning headers, making tackles, and organizing the defensive line. They're also often the first players to pass the ball forward and start an attack. There are different types of centre-backs. Some are ball-playing defenders, calm on the ball and able to pick out passes, helping the team build from the back. Others are no-nonsense defenders, whose main job is to clear danger and win physical battles. In older systems, there was also the sweeper, a player who stayed behind the defense to clean up anything that got through. Over the years, this position has produced some of football's most iconic players, like Franz Beckenbauer, who pioneered the sweeper role, or Paolo Maldini, known for his intelligence and flawless defending. Fullback. Fullbacks play on the left and right sides of the defense. In most formations, there are two fullbacks. Their main job is to defend against wingers, the fast, wide attackers on the opposing team, and stop crosses from coming into the box. But in modern football, fullbacks do a lot more than just defend. They're often expected to sprint up and down the entire wing, supporting the attack and delivering crosses of their own. There are different styles of fullbacks. Traditional fullbacks focus mostly on defense, staying deeper to block runs and win tackles. Attacking fullbacks make overlapping runs and contribute heavily in the final third. And then there are inverted fullbacks, who cut inside into central midfield areas when their team has the ball, helping to control the game from the middle. Some of the best to ever play this position include Cafu, who was a constant attacking threat for Brazil, and Roberto Carlos, famous for his pace and powerful free kicks. More recently, Marcelo and Philipp Lahm redefined the role with their intelligence and attacking movement. Wingback. Wingbacks are similar to fullbacks, but they play even higher up the pitch and take on more attacking responsibilities. They're used in formations that have three centre-backs, which means the wingbacks need to cover the entire flank on their own. These players act as a mix between a fullback and a winger. When their team is defending, they track back to help the backline. When attacking, they push forward to stretch the pitch, send in crosses, and sometimes even get into scoring positions themselves. To succeed in this role, players need incredible stamina, speed, and tactical awareness, because they're constantly shifting between defense and attack. Some legendary examples of attacking fullbacks who thrived in wingback roles include Roberto Carlos, who often played almost as a winger for Brazil, and Jacinto Facchetti, one of the first defenders to regularly bomb forward in the 1960s. Defensive midfielder. The defensive midfielder, often called a number 6, plays just in front of the defense, acting as a shield for the back line. Most teams use one defensive midfielder, but some formations use two. Their main job is to break up opposition attacks, win the ball back, and provide a safe passing option to help the team build play from deep. There are different roles within this position. A ball-winning midfielder focuses on tackles, interceptions, and stopping counterattacks. A deep-lying playmaker stays calm under pressure and controls the tempo with accurate passes. Some players do a bit of both, winning the ball and launching attacks right away. Legendary DMs include Claude Makelele, who was so good at this role that the position is often called the Makelele role, and Sergio Busquets, who made controlling the midfield look effortless during Barcelona's golden era. You could also include Roy Keane, known for his fierce competitiveness, leadership, and relentless ball winning. Central midfielder, often called number 8s, are the engine of the team. They play in the middle of the pitch and connect everything together. Most teams use 2 or 3 central midfielders depending on their system. These players need to be versatile, covering ground, passing accurately, and reading the game well. There are a few different roles a central midfielder might take on. A box-to-box midfielder does exactly what it sounds like, defends near their own box and also gets forward to help score goals. There is also a deep-lying playmaker role within the CM. This is the player focuses on keeping possession and dictating the rhythm of the match. A creative central midfielder plays a little more advanced and helps set up attacks with clever passes and movement. Some of the greatest CMs ever include Zinedine Zidane, who combined elegance with clutch performances, Xavi, the heartbeat of Spain and Barcelona, and Frank Lampard, a box-to-box goal machine from midfield. Andres Iniesta Iniesta is also another great, who blurred the lines between central and attacking midfielder with his creativity and intelligence. Attacking midfielder. The attacking midfielder, often called a number 10, plays just behind the striker and is usually the team's main creator. Their job is to unlock defenses, provide assists, and score goals themselves. Most teams use one attacking midfielder, although some formations don't include one, instead relying on wingers or central midfielders to create. The number 10 operates in tight spaces, always looking for that killer pass or clever dribble to break through. There are a few different styles in this position. The classic playmaker, who dictates the game with vision and technique. The shadow striker, who arrives late in the box to score goals. The free roamer, who drifts into wide or deep areas to create overloads and confusion. Some of the greatest ever in this role include Diego Maradona, perhaps the most iconic number 10 in history, Zinedine Zidane, who controlled games with style and intelligence, and Ronaldinho, whose flair and unpredictability lit up the pitch. You can also include Kaká, who dominated from the 10th role during his Ballon d'Or winning years, and of course Pelé, who often played in a deeper attacking role, combining vision, dribbling, and world-class finishing during Brazil's golden era. Winger. Wingers are the wide attackers who usually play on the left wing or right wing. Their job is to stretch the play, take on defenders, deliver crosses, and either set up or score goals. Most formations use two wingers, one on each side of the pitch. They stay wide when the team is attacking, using speed and skill to beat their marker and create space. There are a few styles of wingers. Traditional wingers stay wide and whip in crosses. Inverted wingers cut inside onto their stronger foot to shoot. Inside forwards operate even narrower, playing more like goal-scoring attackers. Some of the best to ever play this role include Cristiano Ronaldo, who began as a devastating left winger before evolving into a central striker. Lionel Messi, who started on the right wing at Barcelona, cutting inside onto his left foot to score hundreds of goals. George Best, whose dribbling was legendary, and Garrincha, one of Brazil's most skillful wide players. Ronaldinho also often played wide, dazzling with flair and creativity. Striker. The striker, often wearing the number 9, is the team's main goal scorer. They play furthest forward and are expected to finish chances, whether it's from close range, outside the box, or in the air. Most teams use one striker, but some play with two, often pairing a physical target man with a quicker or more technical partner. Regardless of the setup, the striker's job is simple on paper, but incredibly difficult in practice. Put the ball in the net. There are a few different types of strikers. A target man is strong and good in the air, holding up the ball and bringing others into play. A poacher stays close to goal and scores from close-range chances. A complete forward can do a bit of everything: dribble, pass, hold up play, and finish. Some of the greatest strikers in history include Ronaldo Nazario, R9, whose speed and finishing terrorized defenses in the late 90s and early 2000s, Thierry Henry, who glided past players with ease, and Marco van Basten, known for his technique and volleyed goals. You can also include Cristiano Ronaldo, who became one of the most prolific scorers ever after moving from the wing to a central role. False 9. The false 9 is a unique type of striker, but unlike a traditional number 9 who stays forward and looks to score, the false 9 drops deeper into midfield to confuse defenders and create space. This role is usually used by just one player, and not every team plays with one. It's more of a tactical strategy than a fixed position. By drifting into midfield, the false 9 pulls centre-backs out of their usual positions, opening gaps that wingers or midfielders can exploit with forward runs. The false 9 isn't just a creative player. They need to have exceptional football intelligence, close control, and the ability to link play quickly. Instead of leading the line, they act more like a playmaker in disguise. The most famous example of a false 9 is Lionel Messi under Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. When he started dropping into midfield, defenders didn't know whether to follow him or hold their line, and that confusion led to one of the most dominant teams in football history. While not as common today, the false 9 remains one of the most fascinating tactical evolutions in football, turning the traditional striker role completely on its head. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, you will love this one.